Hi there everyone, it's Claire here from Raffi and B, and I'm going to show you today how to finger knit a very simple necklace which you can give away as a gift for friends, family, colleagues, even older children can have a bit of fun making this as well. And it's literally knitting with your 4 fingers and your yarn. I've actually got a small ball here of t-shirt yarn in a musty colour. I'm just going to show you how you can knit up very quickly using the 4 stitches that are going to be on your 4 fingers here. So to start with, you take the tail end here and you should drape it over your hand like that. And then what you'll do is you're going to put your yarn around the back of your pointer finger, over the front of your middle, come around the back of your ring finger, and then around the front of your little finger. And then we're going to come around the back, over little, over the front of your ring, back of your middle, and then over the front of your pointer. So you've got 4 stitches here. We need to do 4 more so that we can start to knit. So what I'm going to do now, take it around the back of your pointer and then come around the front of middle, back of ring, and then round the front of your little finger. 2 more to do, round the back, over the front, round the back again, and then you sort of have it over the front of that one, and you can sort of leave it there. So now what you're going to do is you're going to knit your first row here. Doesn't matter which end you start with. I'm going to go little, it doesn't matter. Then that one, and then that one over. So what you're doing is you're putting your bottom stitch over your top, and then it's coming off. And then that one. It won't look like much at the minute. It's just a bit of a mess, but I'll do a few more rows and I'll show you how to make it look like a necklace. So again, over here for the second row, round the back, round the front, round the back. It's just round the front, round the back, and round the front. And you're just literally alternating that pattern for each finger. So I'll start here. So pull it up and over, up and over, up and over, and then up and over. And then you can literally give it a little tug. You can give your tail a little tug again. Not seeing very much at the minute, but you will do as we go through. I'll do a couple more here. So over, around the back, around the front, bring it round, front of that one, around the back, and then round the front again. And then do exactly the same thing. Over, 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 and over. And then just snug it tight, and you're just literally doing the same again until you get it to the length that you want it. Okay, so it doesn't really matter which end you start, as long as you just all do all 4. You can also do this with 2 fingers and with 3, just depending on how chunky you want it to look. So if I pull it now, and you've got to tug it quite tight, you can sort of see there that I've got a nice little pattern that's now starting to come together. So I'll do a few more. Okay, there we go. Like that. And then I'll show you how you cast off. Okay, so there's another one. And again, you're starting to see the pattern coming along a lot better now, look. So I'm going to make it about 16 inches or so. There, and then off, 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 and then off again, pulling tight, keep pulling, and then front, and round, front, back and round. Okay, and again, doesn't matter where you start, 2, keeping it on, 3, and it's always quite tricky. So I'm pulling it quite tight. 4. Keep pulling it at the back All right, now you can start to see how nice that's looking there. That's looking lovely. And that's actually taken me, because I've been talking you through. So there, then round, and then off, off. And it literally takes a few minutes to get quite a decent length. So I'm just going to keep going. And then when I've got it to the length I want to, I'll come back and I'll show you how to cast off your 4 stitches so that they don't unravel at the end. Okay, so that's actually taken me about 8 minutes to do the length that I want to do. It's just enough to sort of sit on your neck, and then you can tie it up with your lengths here. So the last thing we're going to do is, these stitches are obviously all live at the moment and we need to sort of secure them. So I'm going to cut my yarn so it's a similar length to my cast on end. It's a bit tricky to work it out, but you can sort of, there we go, see there, and then come along and you can measure. So it's probably a good 12 inches or so. I'm just going to cut that, snip that off. Up there. Oh no. Okay, so it's really, really easy. There's a few ways that you can do this, but I prefer to do it one stitch at a time so I know that I've got them all. So you take your end of yarn and you bring it through your 2 fingers here, and you literally pull it through each stitch. And I like to take the stitch off when I've done it and give it a good old snug up there. And then do the same again here. So through the 2 fingers, take your stitch, because it's quite stretchy t-shirt yarn, so you can give it a bit of a tug and then tighten it up. And then you just literally, I mean, you could put it through, you know, straight through with the end, if that's what you find easier, like that, and then pull through. And again, just take it off. But I just prefer to sort of take it up and then push through. So you've got a loop there, you bring that up and then off, pull it tight. So now I've just got 1 stitch left, so you can remove that, and then you can put your working yarn through the top, and again just pull it tight. You could do another knot if you wanted to there to secure it a bit more. You know, you could sort of put a knot through that last stitch, but that's sort of personal preference. Give it a good tug, and then that is literally all there is to it. So there's my 2 ends. You could, if you wanted to, tie a knot in the 2 ends to stop them coming sort of unravelled. So this is one that I did earlier on here, exactly the same, but I put a knot, a double knot in there. You could do that, or you could leave them just as they are. Again, it's entirely your preference. So there we are. I do hope you found that helpful and useful. Hope you'll try it out, and I look forward to seeing you again for another little tutorial on finger knitting, arm knitting, and all things no needles knitting. Have a good day. Bye.